slutty
every time I look at it, I'm like,
My buddy I played in band with, we had that poster behind where he played all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you gotta move it. He's creeping me the fuck out.
Yeah, he looks slutty.
He's like trying to seduce you or something. Like,
he was probably so high. Think about it. This is like, he looks relatively young, and he had to be there for a photo shoot.
Still full of
His skin looks good
he
there.
would have been completely, like, there wouldn't have been hardly anything left of him, probably.
Yeah.
do you think he moisturizes?
Jaren, my body.
Oh, he probably did, yeah.
Rayfield Studios!
How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday, so it's podcouch time. I'm Shane, and instead of Ben, we got my lovely wife, Steph.
Oh, lovely wife. Nice.
You want to introduce who we got today?
Criminal Inhibition from, is it
Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Yep.
I should have practiced you that first day.
Throw me under the bus right
Yeah.
out of the gate.
Steph doesn't normally do interviews. It's usually me and Ben, but he's not feeling good today. Get better, Ben.
Feel better soon, Ben.
Criminal Inhibition. Right?
Yes.
I said it right.
Yep, that's
Okay.
it.
Yep.
Waterloo.
That's the name.
You guys ripped a killer set. That was
Thank
groovy, tight, sounded right.
It was really good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We aspire to groovy, tight, and right.
the groovy titan.
That's what they called me in high school.
Yeah. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves from either end of the couch to the other end?
Yeah, sure. My name is Victor. Basically been with the band for like 3 years ish. Just started playing drums again after like a 7-year hiatus.
Right on.
So I'm
Ripping the skins.
Hell yeah. Feels good.
I am Conrad Wild. I sing the songs. I write the bad words.
Yeah.
Bad words.
I write the bad words and
Pretty
do a
much.
lot of the
What
behind
did
the
she do in
scenes
that
stuff.
Red Soap dress?
Oh, yeah.
We don't, not on camera, Jacob. Young man. This is Jacob.
So
I play guitar.
Shreds the guitar.
Yeah.
I've been with Conrad. I've been with Criminal Inhibition.
We've been
for-
together?
No, we
How long
haven't.
have we been together?
No, I'm too young for you. No, I've known Conrad for like 2 or 3 years, but I only started playing with Criminal Inhibition a few months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah,
Right on.
I've been
And this was,
soliciting this poor bastard since I met you. And I was like, hey kid, that's a nice guitar. You want to join a band?
Come on.
Yeah, I'm like, come join my band, kid.
Yeah, and I'm Kess. I just recently, I'm more liminal. I'm kind of filling
Tess
in.
is on loan.
I'm on low. But I've been playing bass and guitar for a long time, and I haven't really played with much bands. I moved to Waterloo a couple years ago to do my PhD, so I wanted something fun to do. So yeah, playing bass, making the rhythm section
We
with
love
Victor.
having you.
I was going to say rock so hard the bass disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. You were walking all over that
Yeah.
fretboard.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I wanna keep Kess so bad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I said I'm liminal.
Yeah.
It's, it definitely filled the low end, for sure.
Thank you.
Jacob,
Yeah.
you shred on the
I
guitar.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Conrad, you're wicked on the vocals.
Thank you. I try. I'm still impressed that I managed to do any of that because this is like normally this is when I'm just warming up for the day, and it takes me between around 2 hours, maybe 1.5 to 2 hours to warm up normally.
Right.
We still like starting with Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
You know, working our way up to Led Zeppelin.
Folsom Prison Blues.
Yeah, and then after the Zeppelin threshold and the Guns N' Roses threshold is like the band songs that I
yeah.
write for myself, and I'm like, oh.
And you got this massive pedal board, but I don't think you need it. You were piping it.
Oh.
I do it just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could drop it, but it's so. I mean,
No, it's
I like my big
it's part of
reverb.
it.
So over the top, like
It's part
we
of it,
have
though.
to keep it, yeah.
It's.
That's part of it, right?
I don't even remember how that started. No, I do remember how that started. I do remember because okay, so I would write all these songs. They had like a lot of like high choruses and stuff in them, and they sounded like ass. And I was trying so hard, and the band was like visibly wincing, and. Victor is so polite about it, but
I never say anything, yeah.
But when we practice in a room, I'm usually facing him, so I can see his like.
Yeah.
So and I was like, I gotta come up with something here to make the highs sound different or better or something. Like, so I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll scream into like a pedal. I'll run it through guitar pedals. So I went to the Long and McQuaid and I was like, I need something that makes things sound like shit. Can you help me? And the guy there, the guy there, I love this guy, Mike. I'm like, Michael, please, I need something that sounds like a shitbox. What? And he's like, oh, a rat pedal. You want a rat pedal? And I was like, okay, I believe you. And we ran it through a DI box into the rat pedal, and I was like, yeah, that's the sound. That's the trash noise that I want.
Oh my god.
Thank you. And then it went from there, because then I was like, wait, there's a lot of guitar pedals.
Yeah.
I could do whatever I want.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, going back, I'm like, I need a giant cavernous reverb that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Give me scary reverb, man. And it's like, try it after me.
Like I'm in a graveyard in a cave.
Yeah, I'm like, I want, well, because there's this building called, it's the Tannery. For legal reasons, I probably shouldn't say exactly what it is. Fondly referred to as the Tannery. And if you go in there, which you shouldn't, and I don't advise this, but if you go in there, it sounds beautiful. I want to track drums in there so bad.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Like, it sounds huge. It's this beautiful cavernous void of space and just all concrete and steel. It sounds beautiful. And I was like, I want a reverb pedal that sounds like that.
Yeah.
And I have one. That's my pedal board. So I don't want to part with it.
Pretty spoiled. Yeah.
I'm like attached to it. I'm spoiled.
It's got wheels.
You know what?
It's got
What's
wheels.
the coolest? You know what's the coolest reverb pedal? Strymon's Blue Sky.
Everyone says this to me.
It's
Everyone
so
loves the
fucking
blue
nice,
sky.
dude.
I don't know. For rock?
Wait, we can swear, right?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Dude, it's so fucking nice.
I think we made it. Well, YouTube's. I don't know. Fuck that. They don't pay us anyways.
I mean, I'm already cut though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
Someday when you've got like however many trillions of subscribers
Yeah.
and they all clock in every month to make
Yeah.
sure that you still meet the threshold. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
So we swear for now.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah. So you guys have been a band since the origin story. I guess we should say.
I could give you the origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Boy
I mean,
Scout story.
So yeah, the Boy Scout story. So this is why we've got a Boy Scout. This is Victor the Boy Scout. So
Patches and everything, like.
yeah. So I was trying so hard to get a band off the ground because I initially wanted to join a cover band, but I have a bass voice and I can't sing anything. I can't sing anything in
Except
hard
your
rock
own
that
stuff.
people want. Well, I can sing Guns N' Roses was technically written for a bass voice, but the dude writes like a masochist. So I was like, I'm not gonna do. I can't do that. So not yet. I'm gonna have to write my own shit, which means I'm gonna need to find people who are crazy enough to stay in a room with me and will put up with me. That's gonna be hard. So I was just, it was like a revolving door of people. And I had a couple of them. This one bassist who I loved, Tony, and he was like, it was him and his buddy Gabe, and I don't know what Gabe even played, to be honest with you. He showed
It was
up
like
high.
keys
Maybe he
or
was
something.
a
Shut up,
comforting
high all the time.
presence.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
Shut up,
he was
Gabe.
a nice guy. I don't know. I let him
He
in
was
my
fun,
home.
yeah.
I let him hold the instruments. I think we jam. But I was like, we need a drummer, guys. This sucks ass. We need a drummer, and it's not going to stop sucking ass until we have a drummer.
Yeah.
And so it was Tony that was like, Gabe, your neighbor plays drums or something, right? And so they went and they slid a creepy note.
They did, yeah.
They could have knocked on your door. They didn't.
They could have,
They
yeah.
slid a creepy note under this poor fucking guy's
Oh my God.
door that said what?
It was like my heart dropped when I saw it first because like it was folded in half. The first half said "Please read" in like chicken scratch writing.
Yeah.
I opened it up. I thought somebody like was kidnapped like from my
It's like a
family.
ransom note.
Exactly. Yeah. But it just told me to be at like Conrad's place at a certain time, so I headed over after work. And
Did they
Yeah.
even give you contact information or a name or anything?
No, it was like it was just like this location at this time.
Meet me in the forest?
We're starting a band or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, at least it said we're starting a band.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So I
I love
showed
that
up.
you just went though.
Yeah.
I'm the band
That's the worst that can happen, you know?
Well, it was around that time I started saying like yes to everything, basically, like all opportunities. I'm like yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun things open up when you say yes.
Yeah.
You know?
But he came in.
Probably not gonna die.
Wake up, bitch, be a rock star. I'm
Same
a
thing.
Right? No, he came in and like for context, the drum kit in my place is horrible to play. Okay, because I live in an apartment building and there are people that live above me.
Yeah.
So it's got like those mesh skins with like duct tape, and I've kind of just rigged this thing to play at about even volume with the Zildjian L80s
Right.
that are all around.
Yeah.
And so that we can play on an actual acoustic kit, but not get evicted. But it's horrible. Like there's like no rebound, right?
Right.
The snare is packed full. It's horrible to play on. It's very
pretty
unpleasant. He held down a 2-hour jam, and I was like, he didn't have any time to prepare, and it was not like an easy jam, really.
No,
it was a
I
real
guess not.
Band-Aid ripper. No, dude.
I guess
we
not.
wore you the fuck out that day.
Yeah, it was
For sure.
It was 2 hours. Oh my god.
Maybe he thought he
It
was
was so-
gonna
I forgot about that.
And he didn't
I'm trying to
complain.
repress this. Like,
He didn't complain. So I was like, where'd you, how long has it been since you've been on a kit? And he goes, about 6 years. I said, what the fuck? Where'd you learn how to play? And he says, oh, Boy Scouts. I'm like,
actually, yeah.
all right, Boy Scout, will you show up every week? And then the funniest part is I didn't get your name or your contact information at all.
So for a month, I didn't know if you guys wanted me or not. I'm like,
I
just like
was
twiddling my
I was
thumbs.
like, fuck, I don't even know what his name was. I just know he was a Boy Scout. So
You
I'm
got-
like
you got,
trying to figure it. And I asked Tony and Gabe. I'm like,
Putting up posters
can
on.
you, yeah. I'm like, and he's like, he looks like a what you called it, normal man haircut.
No, like default Lego man.
Default Lego man.
Yeah.
haircut. Like, it's not even easy to describe to anybody. Like,
It's just an average dude.
just
like,
kind of an average
You
guy.
know your like Instagram profile pic? It's just like the super
Yes.
like wholesome
Yeah.
pic, and he's just like I can picture like missing child, but Victor, and it's just it's
And like I didn't have a beard at the time.
missing
so it's
Boy
like,
Scout. Like,
Just like clean shaven.
we miss him dearly. Please bring our Victor home.
it took a month to find him again.
Holy crap.
I don't remember how it was like. Gabe was like,
I still have that email. Yeah, Gabe emailed
Yeah.
me later. I'm like,
I was
who
like,
are you
Tony.
again?
I was like, Tony, bring him back, please, man, bring him back. And he was like, I don't know how to reach him. Only Gabe knows how to reach him, and I can't contact Gabe right now because he pissed off his girlfriend. I'm like, what? What do you mean you can't contact him because he doesn't have a phone? He only uses his girlfriend's phone. I'm like, should contact her. What do you?
It's like a
tell
miracle
her
that
I
I
said
came back.
I need a Boy Scout. I need her help.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll understand. And she's like, no, man, you don't understand Gabe's girlfriend. I'm like, so we had to wait for Gabe to make good with his girlfriend so that he could reach Gabe.
See this man.
Yeah.
So that Gabe could.
That's
Insane. I didn't even
I don't know
that.
her. So yeah, no, that's why it
What?
took a whole month
Oh.
because that was how long it took for Gabe to get in good with his girlfriend again.
What?
So we could contact him and get him to send you an email.
Oh my god.
Like,
I
I
was
thought
like,
you guys just didn't want me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was
okay,
like,
that's
how,
cool.
how did you get a note under his door? You don't know where he lives, and then
Put another
he's
note under my door.
He's like, only Gabe knows where he lives. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Wow.
No, I had to hound those guys for like a whole month to get you back. Welcome home. You never leave.
I
now.
feel great here. Like this is my home now.
Yeah, no, that was how that started. And Victor and I are
Basically.
the only two remaining founding members. We found
Yeah.
a guy named Brad Schnarr, who we love, but he is now he's left the band to go and pursue his Masters of Engineering. So he's like
He's in our thoughts.
he's in our thoughts, and he's in our thoughts, and we periodically go, Bradley, will you come back? Will you
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't know, man. And then I'll see him in person, and he's so tired. And I'm like, it's okay,
So
man.
tired.
It's all right. It's okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
So he might come back someday. And Aubrey, who was our much beloved bassist, has moved on to other stuff.
Yeah.
And so now we that's why we had to recruit Cass. I caught Cass as a loner out of another band.
Mhm.
So can we rap Angel Puss?
yeah, Angel Plus, check them out. Local
Sure.
Waterloo band. We don't have any songs up, but we will soon.
Like and genuinely like an excellent band. Much lighter, like kind of like pop rock.
pop rock, pop punk. It's like Beatles to Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the spectrum. Like Beatles to Avril Lavigne.
But I don't get to like rock out. Like I started out playing guitar like being a little shredder, you know, like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and stuff. So I'm like, I can play bass heavy, and there's no rhythm guitar, so I get to ham it up.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
I was saying I have a lot of fun. It reminds me of the bands I used to play in when I was like a teen. Like, not saying Angel Plus isn't fun, but it is.
Reliving your youth.
Yeah, I don't have to use my brain as much, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And this is actually my first band too, which is kind of crazy. Like, I didn't even know I was gonna do any like pursue music, anyways, because I've got an engineering degree, electronics engineering. I had no idea I wanted to do this full time, but here I am. So I'll use my career, like my engineering career, to like fund.
The realities though is I don't have a day job. Unfortunately, I'm useless for just about everything but this. And this is my first band too, because like no one. I applied to so many bands and they were like, you're not really what we're looking for. I'm like, that's fair. That's okay. I understand. They'll be like, can you sing any tenor stuff? I'm like, no. No. I can sing it down the octave. It's not the same though.
Can you guys tune down?
Like I would find like those metal bands that are playing in ridiculous tunings that are like crazy dropped, and I'd be like, please will you let me sing in your band? And they're like, we don't want you to sing, we want you to scream. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm really more of a singer, please.
So, Jacob, this was your first performance with Criminal
this band? Yeah.
This is my first performance with Criminal Inhibition.
Slayed it, man.
I appreciate that.
Hell of a
Thank
job.
you. Yeah.
Wicked solos. Favorite it?
Yeah,
I kind of like it.
It's funny because, like, I mean, I listen to and I play music of all kinds, but I really like pop rock stuff.
Right.
Like indie pop rock stuff. John Mayer is my number one.
Nice.
So when I play, harder rock punk stuff, it's like I'm stepping into total new waters. But I love it because I just appreciate it for what it's worth. It's not maybe like pretty or methodical, but it's energetic and fun.
Oh, you
and I try to find enjoyment in all the music I play and listen to. So it's nice change. It's a nice change. Yeah.
You're like fast becoming one of the Newtown bikes too, because like everyone's.
Dude.
I keep seeing you, and so you're like filling in guitar with like everyone with a face.
I thought you were calling me a slut.
Newtown bike.
Guitar slut.
I call him like I see him, Where you'll join the ranks of Tyler and Caleb soon,
Wait, you wear that little vest.
It's good for you.
Yeah,
it's good for you.
So do you guys have anything out released that people can listen to?
We have some stuff.
Pump it up.
I would say like we've released.
Yeah.
We kind of released mostly our like B-sides.
Yeah, basically.
Like we released. It's weird. It's a little misleading that way because we released stuff that. Because we didn't sink a ton of money into the production on those ones. We
those were like test runs.
They were like test run songs.
Yeah.
We recorded the first one. "Feel for the Burn" was the first song that we recorded. We recorded it at Phase 1. We'd never recorded anywhere before. We had no idea what to expect, and it was a really good Band-Aid ripper. But we spent like $1,000, which is really on the low end for that
song. Yeah.
And then I mixed and mastered it, and I'd never done that before. Which is just a bad idea. Don't do that. It was just a bad idea. Like just flatly a tour plan. But I did it while producing the music video for it and directing that, which I'd also never done before. It was a hell of a year.
Yeah.
I ended up on crutches by the end of that. But
I remember that. Oh my
the
God.
crutches. It took me months to get off the crutches.
After the mosh pit.
After the mosh pit, yeah. One mosh pit. I have a connective tissue disorder, so like my doctors don't want me to do probably any of this. But I was in the pit at our first show.
Yeah.
We'd already done our set.
Yeah.
And I got kicked from behind in the back of the knee or whatever, and it just went out.
Oh my God.
They're sounding like rice paper, like just like nothing. So super wiggly, super fragile. But it's my knee's still not the same. I had to go and get that checked out, and they're like, you have tendinosis in your knee now. I'm like, that makes sense. Because I was like, fuck, I have to do a music video shoot the next day.
Oh.
So what I did was get on Kijiji right away and start looking for crutches.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to be able to walk across town. all right? Because I don't have a car. So I'm like, I gotta be able to get to this fucking shoot. It's across town. I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna get crutches. And I better get them now. So I'm like, I call my mom and I'm like, Mom, can you, I bought some crutches on the internet. Can you go get them for me? And she's like, why? What do you need? I'm like, just trust me. And she goes and she picks up some crutches from apparently a very nice man and brings them back to me. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. Give me those. And I get all the shit together, put it on my back, and walk across town like an hour and a half on crutches.
Oh my God.
Which is a really bad idea.
Shit.
I heard, like, I was like out of commission for a week. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
but we did the shoot. Because that's all the guitar
Dude, why
solo.
don't you like call someone and be like, can I get a lift? Or,
I-
can I get an Uber?
I didn't. That thought did not cross my mind even one time. I come from a different world, man. I don't know. I'm like, that's just
We're pretty resourceful. Like as little money as possible. Like
everything. Like, why the fuck would we pay for that? I can make that with my bare hands in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
basically.
That's why you asked me, because I have a car and I drive. Now I know why you
Yeah.
asked me.
There you go.
It's all coming out now.
I'm useless, man. I don't have a car. I don't have money.
You got that Kia Soul? Yeah, I got
No, man. What you need is a unicycle. You ever see one of
There you
those?
go.
You need a
Oh,
unicycle.
yes.
I used to longboard. I love longboarding.
There you go.
But I'm so frail. Like, my doctors are like, I was like, wait, can I still longboard? And they were like, you should try like low impact swimming. I'm like, I don't want to swim, and don't walk for more than 10 minutes at a time. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
let you figure out how to make me new knees someday. I'm gonna fucking walk.
But yeah, we have 3 songs planned for release this year, right?
3 songs
Yeah.
planned for. Thank you.
Yeah. Back on track.
Thank you. I need like a keeper, man. But yeah, we have 3 songs coming out that we recorded at Grant Avenue Studios that we just like. We're so proud of these ones.
Nice.
I didn't mix them.
And
I didn't
yeah,
mix them. I still produced them, but I didn't mix them this time. Thank God.
Yeah, we're good this time.
They
Like
were, they were mixed.
You
in.
got release dates, or are you doing like
We are
singles?
doing. We're doing
at a
one
time?
of them. Yeah, we're doing them as singles. Initially, it was
Yeah.
going to be the Red Silk Dress EP is what we were going to do.
yes. yeah.
But they turned out so good. All of them.
It's like all of them could be standalone.
I was
at
like,
this
yeah,
point.
so they're all singles, and then we'll release an EP. And I'm hoping that we'll manage to get into the studio to maybe stick a couple of like Easter eggy acoustic,
Kinda cool.
unplugged sounding recordings on there. It'll be a question
that.
of finances.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
guess so.
try. Finances and time, because we're also working on 3 music videos right now. So.
That's right. Yep.
So we're gonna release
That's
the
gonna be
first one the end of this month. We'll bring out Devil You Don't Know the end of this month.
Perfect. Yeah, right.
These guys don't know that yet. Now you know.
Yeah, oh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
This is the.
Are you gonna
this is
line
the-
up the videos with the song
We're gonna
releases?
try.
Yeah.
The
Gonna
one
try.
for this one though is hand animated, like frame by
Oh, yeah.
frame.
Oh, sweet.
So
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
sick. Yeah, it looks
like-
really cool.
it's turning out so good, but I've never done that before. So I'm like, I used to be an illustrator. I used to be professionally, and I'm so glad that I spent a decade of my life preparing to make this one music video because it's animation's hard.
It looks
Holy
good,
fuck.
man. You know what it kind of reminds me of? You know that game Cuphead?
Yeah.
It reminds me
Well,
of like
Cuphead was
punk
all
rock Cuphead.
Cuphead was all traditional frame by
Yeah.
frame. It was actually really something. The production process for Cuphead. This is where I betray myself as a total art nerd. So I'm like,
It's cool though. It looks really
Looks
good.
good. I saw
Yeah.
10 seconds of it. Looks awesome.
Sweet.
On an iPad, looks
Can't
awesome.
wait to see it. Make sure you follow on your socials. I'm assuming you have Facebook.
yeah,
Instagram.
we're on Facebook and Instagram. I recommend the Instagram because
Yeah.
that's the
I'll
one
put a
that
YouTube
gets
too.
up to. Yeah.
We've got a YouTube.
We
though.
do. That's true. We have a YouTube. You can find our
old
old stuff.
Yeah,
Music
open
videos.
mics.
It's
yeah.
not like we hate the songs. I feel bad. Like, it's not like we
It's
hate
not
the
bad.
songs. They're good songs. It's just
Yeah.
they're not the new ones are gonna be
Yeah.
and a lot more characteristic of what we actually play live too, like what we
Sweet.
like to play live.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Sounds cool. Do you guys have merch lined up? People can catch at shows or?
We do have merch that we bring at shows. We got pins and stuff. We got pins and patches.
Yeah.
We need to get on like T-shirts and things
we
like
really
that.
do. Yeah.
I think-
'Cause we've got like the old school like punk stuff, like
Yeah,
patches that you can sew on yourself.
Oh, sweet.
stickers and shit
Yeah.
like that. But people always ask us for T-shirts, and
Yeah, we've got tapes.
I've got T-shirts designed. I have T-shirts designed. The tapes are.
It's just another thing that's a question of finances, right? You gotta have the money up front.
The investment is crazy, and I'm like, my quality standards are higher than I have any right to ask for ever. Because I used to work in the arts, right? So
Yeah.
so I'm like, I look at that and I'm like, I see that little 1 pixel white margin on
Yeah.
screen printing or bust, which is like what, usually a 500, at least 100 minimum order.
Yeah, that
For
sounds
piece
right.
and like $500 investment, give or take.
Yeah.
I got a really good quote though for some really sick T-shirts by a company that reached out to me for like $700.
Sweet.
They were like,
Could be doable. Yeah.
they solicited me and then I showed them the designs and they were like, that's so sick. I'm like, I'm poor. They're like, we'll do it at a discount.
Oh, they
I'm
liked it that much. Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
All right. Okay, when I have $700, I'll let you know.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Have you got any shows lined up you guys want to plug?
Yes, we have on May 21st this month.
May 21st.
We are doing a competition show.
Yes.
With they're calling it the Road to Supercrawl competition.
Oh, yes.
So it's I guess co-hosted,
I guess it is.
promoted by it's like a cooperative effort between Supercrawl and Grant Avenue Studios.
Yeah.
And it like the other bands are fantastic. Like I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm thrilled to be scared, but I'm terrified.
Yeah.
They're like all the
rusty.
bands that we're competing against are like very, very professional,
Oh my
very
God.
like a lot of them very accomplished, and I'm like, we made the cut.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, I guess
Tell them.
not too bad, I guess.
And where's that at?
Alright. So that'll be in Hamilton at Mills Hardware.
Mills Hardware, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah.
doors at 7,
Doors is.
and it'll be free too.
Yes.
Ooh.
But they say they recommended that we I have to find the tickets link and like put it out places. They recommend that we suggest people get tickets because they've sold out a couple of them. Like they were they had to close the doors. They were packed.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Mills
I'm looking
Hardware.
forward
Is,
to it. Mills Hardware.
is that a hardware store?
That's what I
That's
thought too.
that's what I thought.
Sounds like
It looks like a pretty sick
I
venue.
can't-
When
Yeah.
I
I
looked it up,
can't
it
remember.
looked
I did
awesome.
look it up one
Is it a
time
venue?
because they've been having like quite a few shows lately that
Yeah.
I've posted.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
fucking right, if it's a hardware store and you're hosting shows.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It must be. I mean, if it's in Hamilton, it was probably like a repurposed building, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Hamilton's all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a hardware store.
Probably was.
You know,
hardware
yeah.
Pick
And
up
they
your
just
wares.
they just kept the nostalgia.
store. It looks nice.
Kicked over the garden furniture. There's the mosh area.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
exactly.
great.
I'm still looking forward to that. Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
But besides that, yeah, that and like the music video.
I'm so
At the
looking forward to
Manor.
that too. Yeah.
Spoilers.
I don't know
spoil it.
I don't know if they want people to know that they're letting us do this. So we're gonna go and
Yeah, fair.
we're going to the strip club to support the local economy.
There you go.
And I'll just have
we're gonna
turn
film the-
19, so
He will,
You'll be of age.
but
there you go.
they let you in at 18. And you can't drink,
yeah.
but at 18 you
Oh,
are entitled to
right.
go to the strip club.
Entitled to see
Entitled.
titties.
You can,
There you go.
and they would love you. They would.
They're paid to be nice to you, dude.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
The
true.
only strip club I've been to is in GTA 5, and even I know that.
Look, I've got you can know strippers in a number of ways. If you have friends that are strippers, you know them in a different way. And you start to learn the difference between like, thank you baby and like thank you baby. Like you get the difference. It's subtle, but it's there.
Okay, I guess I'll learn.
You will say
Yes, I'll learn.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Anthropology
Practice makes
study.
perfect.
Back-
Yeah. Just saying.
Are you saying I should
Starting
play
What's
a bunch of
up with
GTA 5 and
No,
No,
Oh,
Don't
bring you-
spend
we'll
too
bring
much
you.
time in the digital world.
We'll bring
Get
you
out there.
Bring you out to the
Exactly.
strip
Go see
club.
real titties.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, like
Say
because
yes.
you can.
say
You
yes?
still
Say yes to a
can.
note.
They knocked down the dollhouse.
There you go.
I can't believe my mom's gonna see this.
Oh, right,
My
yeah.
mom's.
We can bring you. We'll bring your mom to the strip club.
I have
She's
two
nice,
moms.
isn't she?
I have.
Well, I'll bring them both.
Yeah.
That's probably even better.
Hi,
That's
moms.
DJ's
Hi,
mom's.
Jacob. You want to go to
All
the
of
strip
you.
club?
I was probably gonna be like,
Answer
I'm
down
going- I'm
below
going
in the
to-
comments.
I'm going
Yeah, exactly.
like
We
and
will need
subscribe.
extras. We will need extras for the video.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, this is funny, man.
Anything else Criminal Inhibition wants to plug before we wrap it
Oh
up?
man, I don't know. We're gonna play at Supercrawl. That's the other one.
In September, yeah.
September, so you got a future show lined up.
We want to play more shows. If you want us to play,
There you go.
This is a threat.
This is.
Demands my request.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ransom note. If you want us to play a
Yeah.
show,
Yeah, like we'll slip it into venue doors. And they'll like, let us play it.
Please read.
Oh,
it's like
please.
cut up magazine letters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what we should do for our next poster. Just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
it's like,
I'd say book them on a show. It's good. It's a good set. Fit right in with more than a few genres, I would think. Eh?
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
We usually bill anywhere from like the lighter indie stuff to the punk zone to like we can be like soft openers for the metal shows.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like soft opening.
That's what I mean. Like you can fit on a bunch of bills.
We work okay.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah.
we try.
We try. We try not to disappoint.
Sounds good. I like it.
Thanks for having us.
Stoked for the
Thank you.
releases. You should catch them at a show. Make sure you like and subscribe as always. You guys got that cum pillow?
Hell yeah.
Hold
Where's
it up
the
and tell everybody. See them next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, y'all.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you
Hey.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye.